But without you even realizing, you're wasting the most valuable resource known to man, right? And that's time. Just think about it though. Like, do you not realize that your days like blend into each other? Like, it's been like that for like a couple of years, right? Surely. Once you got out of high school, bro, like your fucking days like blend into each other, and that happened to me as well. Like, cause in high school you have like all these routines and like a timetable, and you have to get up at a certain time, you have to go to sleep at a certain time, right? And once you get out of the education system, even like college, right? Like college isn't even that strict, so like you can get away with like not going to class or something like that. But high school isn't, right? High school you need to be like pretty disciplined. But once you get out of high school, you're like, bro, I can do anything I want, right? And your days like blend into each other, and you literally waste time doing nothing, right? Nothing productive, nothing moving towards your goals, right? These multi-billion-dollar corporations, which are the social media companies, they've literally spent like multi-millions of dollars, literally like perfecting their app and perfecting their algorithm, right? And it's you against the fucking world, right? You against these social media companies that's designed to sap your energy away, sap your fucking attention away, and literally take the life out of you. There's a reason why they call them users of their platform. The other instance where you call a person a user of something is when they use drugs, right? So like just think about that comparison, right? It's pretty much like a addicting drug, pretty much dopamine, right? And this is what they want, right? They're designed to literally sap your energy away, sap your attention away from the real needle movers in your life, right? So what do I mean by needle movers? Needle movers are literally like the activities that will get you from point A to point B, um, and move you towards your goal, right? If it's not a needle moving activity, in my opinion, like you should literally cut them out of your life, right? Otherwise, they're gonna take time away from those needle moving activities in your life, right? Whether it be fitness or business, if it's not aligned with like one of those goals, you need to eliminate them immediately, or either like drastically cut down on them or eliminate them immediately. I said fitness and business because like that's what like most young men tend to focus on when they first start their life journey or whatever. Once they're like past the age of like 18 or like 16, um, most young men start with fitness, and I recommend that you start with fitness as well. But a lot of young men like just waste time a lot. That's why I'm making this video, right? So, and I've been through that. I've done it myself. That's why I'm like here to like give you my learning lessons. So pretty much, if it's not aligned with your goal of like, let's say you want to make 10K a month, right? And you want to have 10% body fat. If you that is a nice two tens right there. But if it's not aligned with any of those goals, you must drastically reduce it or like eliminate those activities, right? Because that'll like literally that could be the make or break of your career or like your fitness journey. And you might be thinking, oh, what is this guy talking about, like drastically cutting out and like eliminating my activities? Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Everything in moderation is fine. Like, but let me tell you, like, no one became great overnight, right? No one became great not drastically reducing like those activities which are not needle movers in their life, right? So they became great obsessing over one or two goals at a time, right? They didn't become great obsessing over multiple things at a time. And that's where like that's what separates a true champion from like a mediocre guy. The exceptional people at the top in their craft or whatever, in business and fitness, they drastically reduce the items that they have to do in their to-do list, right? They didn't have all this shit. Like, you might get the impression of like, oh, they're doing all this shit on social media and stuff like that. You might be thinking, oh, they're going to all these parties and whatever, social events or whatever, right? But they're actually, and the thing is, they're actually only doing it like once or twice a month or something like that. But they're just showing you their highlight reel on Instagram or on TikTok, right? And that's just what it is. It's a highlight reel of someone's life, right? And thing is, like, they're not even posting on these social media platforms. They're getting someone else to post it for them, right? And that's a big difference. And it's pretty simple if you ask me. Like, like, just focus on the needle moving activities, right? And that'll be really short. Like, your to-do list will be really short, but you need to do more of those activities. You need to put the reps in for you to see the results, right? It's just like in the gym. And here you are, like, literally, like, doom scrolling on social media, and, like, literally not doing anything productive, right? There's that one saying that says, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? And that's so true. You don't realize, if you're a young guy, like, you don't realize, like, how wealthy you are just because you have time on your side, right? A lot of people that are older don't have time on their side, so you have, like, the most valuable resource known to man, which is time, right? And there's this thing that Warren Buffett said, like, he said that I would trade all my wealth to be 18 again, and that's so powerful, right? Um, just because he's, like, one of the most wealthiest, like, people in the world, and he said that he would trade all his wealth, not just a little bit, all his wealth to be 18 again, right? And there's some 18-year-old in Arizona just hearing that and being like, fuck, like, fuck that, bro. I would rather have the money. Um, and there's some other 18-year-old looking at that in, let's say, Minnesota or whatever, and he's like, yo, that's so powerful. I'm gonna take control of my life, right? Some of you think that, like, a genie is gonna pop out of nowhere and, like, grant you, like, 3 wishes, and literally give you $20 million and 20 pounds of muscle, right? And that's never gonna happen. Let me tell you, you're not gonna get lucky one day off the lotto or whatever, and get, like, $20 million and, like, get lucky and get, like, 20 pounds of muscle, right? And even if you got it, bro, like, you probably lose it in, like, a couple of years or, like, a year, right? Just because you don't have the skills to maintain what you literally got, right? So everything comes with a skill set that you need to learn and, like, master. So, like, if you don't have those skill sets, you can't literally move forward and maintain it. And the game is like maintaining it, not literally getting it and just losing it, right? And to maintain it, you need to literally master the skills, as I said. So from here, you have two choices, bro. You either choose the pain of regret or choose the pain of discipline, right? And they're both painful, let me tell you, because I've had regret in my life many a times, and, like, let me tell you, pain of regret is way more painful than the pain of discipline, right? I'd rather put in the reps, I'd rather put in the work than literally, like, looking back in, like, 10 years, 15 years, sorry, being like, yo, I could have done better, I could have done my best, but I didn't because I was lazy and I was, complacent or whatever. And the thing is, like, if you go to, like, an elderly home or whatever, like a retirement home, and if you ask them, like, what is the most regretful thing that you've done, right? And they would say that they never made use of their time, or, like, they could have done better in life but they didn't, and just because, like, what other people thought about them or whatever, right? And that's powerful right there. And, like, that would be, like, in every elderly home they would go and ask. I saw this research done, like, a long time ago, and they did, like, a research paper on all the elderly homes, and, like, they went to all the elderly homes and asked the same question, and they were like, yo, like, what is your most regretful thing that you've done in your life? And they said the same answer over and over and over again, right? So you don't want to be one of those statistics and literally, not do anything with your life and then regret it, like, 70 years later when you're in your deathbed, right? So you get one shot at this life, and, like, you gotta make the most of it, right? So that's my spiel for today, and I'll catch you on my next one.